Hello, Teaquilters. Today is Saturday, March 2nd, 2024. It is 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we're here for live 2 hours sew and chat. I'm still working on string blocks. I think I have a total of at least 25 now. I did make some more since I was last on here Wednesday. I think Wednesday I made 4 and then started another 4. I finished those 4 and then I made 5 more. So I have been working on them. I need a total of 60. I did not cut more fabric, so we'll see what I have here. Just trying to make some room. Oh, I left my cup too. I have to get a cup. So let me see who's in the chat. See if I can, I don't even know if this phone, you know, seem like it has power. So let me try another one. And plug it up. Wasn't planning on using this. So let me open this up to make sure I'm receiving notifications that you can hear me anyway. So just a second. Let's see. All right. This one I don't think has power. Let me just plug it up so we can charge. Let me move this one. Oh, it looked like it did an update. That's what was happening. It did some kind of an update. We got Elaine Doucette, Melody Kiefer, Melissa LePage, Christine H., Don Cunningham, Glory Jean. Welcome to the chat, Glory. Michelle the Quilter. Welcome back. C Joy Creations. Patricia Priest. Judy Smith. June Hanson. I'm sorry, not Judy. June. Bonita Nance says she's cleaning up the sewing room. Mary F. Kevin the Quilter. T. Roberts. Remo JS saying good evening, T and T Quilters. Thumbs up to show your love and support for the educators. Stop lurking. You won't be disappointed. Also, join me over on my Facebook page, Teaquilts LLC. You have 4 questions to answer, and then you can be approved for that group as well. You can share your projects and gather information from over there. Kim R. is here. Vivian Calvi, Sharon Lewis, Darcy Savali, Jan F., Sean, it's Go Savvy Designs, Becky Bramlett, saying she's on time for a change. D. Branson, Sue GSD, saying 150 days until heaven in Frontenac, 4 days until I run away from work and go on vacation. So good for you. Jason Lewis is here. Silverita James saying, are we live? Yes, we are. What else? Claudette Bettis is here. Vanessa Brown. C.S. Marsh. Welcome to the live chat as well from Kansas City. Oh, it's Cheryl from Kansas City, Mo. Okay. All right. I am having a really bad sinus infection. I did go to the doctor Friday. Funny thing was I was going to go Thursday. Woke up Thursday feeling fantastic. Didn't have to blow my nose or anything. And then, of course, when all the clinics and urgent care closes around 8 p.m. is when all the stuff started back happening again. And so I've been continuing to take medicine. I woke up Friday morning and my chest was rumbling. It was like, okay, I've had enough of this, and I did not want it to get worse. So I ended up going to the doctor. It's just, I always know that I'm just affected by sinuses, but this time it was just so bad that my medicine wouldn't kick in. So I actually went to the doctor and I'm on some antibiotics now. So, but I didn't start them until yesterday. So I took my second dose today. So I'm still very nasally. I left my tea. I'm going to go get my tea. So I'm going to have to dip out of here for a minute. But I did go, hoping that the medication worked. I did get a Z-Pack. So this is day 2 of the Z-Pack, pill number 3 of 6. So I'm hoping by the time I get to Tuesday, which is day number 6, the last pill, that it's working. I'm also taking my sinus meds as well. So hopefully everything everything is gonna be fine. I mean, I got my mom's party, so I don't have time to be sick, but you know, your body tends to break down. I've been busy ever since I've come back from Hawaii, so I'm thinking that that's what it is, just trying to keep up with everything, trying to do too much. And it's not like doing too much, it's just that I have a lot of things that I'm involved in, so I'm in bed trying to rest, and sometimes I go to sleep, and sometimes I'm just there because my brain starts working. So sometimes I'll get back up and start doing stuff. Other times I'm laying there, but I'm still not sleeping. So, but my body is getting rest. It's just not falling asleep all the time. And that's because I'm congested. So that's the other part of it. So it actually started a week ago today. And so I was trying to, and it started like very mildly last Saturday. So I was trying to give the meds time to work, and you know, they recommend giving meds like 5 days to work and stuff like that. So it did not work, so I have gone to a clinic. So hopefully everything will be okay soon. Clovis Gardner is here. Hello and welcome. Nikki B, Phyllis G. You know that tea is hot. Yeah, I had made it at 7:30 and set it aside so it wouldn't be like as hot as it would be if I made it like now. But yeah, I forgot to pick up the cup and bring it in here. So Mary F saying prayers to feeling better soon. Yes, I'm hoping so. If you're not feeling well, you have to listen to your body, ma'am. Yeah, I mean, today was the first day that I actually did anything. I went out to lunch with my daughter, and then we took I had got her an outfit, and she tried it on, and she ended up finding something else that she was gonna wear, so we ended up taking that back. But other than that, I haven't really done a whole lot like outside of my house or going anywhere. It's just been trying to catch up on retreat stuff, because you know, the stuff is coming up. My mom's party, I'm planning 2. I'm working on 3 retreats actually. 2024 retreat for Teaquilts. Also, I'm working on So Busy Quilt Guild retreat, which we opened up to other people. I'm working on 2025's retreat. I'm also inquiring about 2026 retreat, 25 and 26 for Teaquilts. I am also trying to order t-shirts. I'm also what else? It's a lot. My mom's party, I was ordering things and getting stuff customized and working with my daughter and my niece, and I think we got just about everything done. We're just down to who's picking up ice and bringing coolers. And then, you know, I got to pack the stuff that I got. So I think everything's okay with what we have so far. Yeah, it's just, and this is the stuff I can think of. And then that's not the stuff that happens and occurs. I was supposed to be at another quilt retreat for my large quilt guild that's this weekend that I opted not to go, and I have not been on that, like, not gone in so many years that it's ridiculous. But something told me not to be scheduling myself for all of this stuff. Thank you, hon. Something told me not to be scheduling my stuff. I'm glad I did not schedule myself for QuiltCon. I'm actually glad. I missed quilt retreat, but I'm glad that I did not go to quilt retreat this weekend, because I probably would have been a hot mess. And then anytime you have a sinus infection or cold, everybody, you know, wants to relate it to being COVID. So then that prevented that as well. So whoa. I'll turn this mat over. I just spilled a little bit of that. So yeah, I just got a lot. I'm also planning a quilt show for my large quilt guild 2025 that I haven't even really done a whole lot with yet. So that's the other thing I'm also working on. So it's a lot on my agenda right now. So, and like I said, my mom's thing started out as just a local birthday party, but it turned into like a whole weekend event because a lot of people from out of town were coming, and I wanted to make sure that people had a place to go to for entertainment instead of like being limited in somebody's house that didn't have enough room for everybody to like sit down and eat and converse. So I'm glad I got my daughter and my niece helping. Maritza's Yarn and Craft is here. That is funny. Mary and Darcy. Deborah Sims Brown is here. Melissa May Quilts is here. Sue talking about it's not official yet, but she's haven't told her hubby, but she's seriously considering retirement. I see nothing wrong with retirement. Okay. That's one thing that I do not regret. You have a lot of regrets in life. That I do not regret. I actually am glad that I did not switch my career 15 years in and decided to stay because of the advantages of retirement. So that's one of the things I do not regret. Deborah Holloway is also here. So retirement is a good thing. I know that there's been like some studies on people retiring and then some of them passing away early because they didn't put enough to do in their schedules and they just sat there and did nothing. I said, I don't think I have that problem. So, I need to stir this up. I did, but I guess it settled into the bottom. It's like the bottom of my straw. It's like that's where all the honey is. So it's really sweet at the bottom. It's still hot, so I don't even understand how it's even still sitting down there, because I stirred it up really good when I put it in there. But we're going to continue to make blocks. I had put paper back here. How many I've only got 3 left of those. This is still stuff from Hawaii that I haven't put up. I got a cutting board sitting back here I need to put back up too. That's the cutting board I took on the trip. I need to get some more paper templates out of here. This is my container that's holding all my pieces. So I'll just take out what I have. I don't even know how many I made. I just cut up stuff. So we're about to start using the, look like it, my total here says 50. But I don't know. We'll see when I get to the end. I know I got 25. So I'm going to put the stack back here because I don't need it to show. And I've got 3 that I can use. All right. Let's see. I have to see if this will fit. Yep. So I can use this as a template to cut at least 5. So also in the comment section, if you got any questions, if you're new into the chat, you can ask questions. I'm sure some people in the chat will answer it, but I will also answer it. And this one's still a long one. I just cut. This has I'm just gonna cut it up. I don't know what that is. I'll answer your questions. Also, let me know what project you're working on, if you're sewing tonight as well, or what current project you have in the works. I'm nosy and want to know that. I like to know what you guys are working on. All right, so just got the stars. So I did not prep. I just came in here literally like 3 minutes before it was time for me to go live. This fabric here, I'm cutting right at the fold, so I'm gonna press this part of the fold. It won't lay flat, so I'm gonna put that here. Somebody asked, what are these blocks for? I'm doing roll cotton bowl quilt by Bonnie Hunter. It was mystery quilt a few years ago. It isn't right now free. You have to buy it. I think it's in a book now. I don't know if she sells her patterns as individuals or not, but it's also in a book. So I need these 5 to start, and so okay. You a mess. So I'm just prepping pieces right now, just so I can get started. When I first start, I go ahead and pin the 2 pieces together onto the paper. so I know it's going where I want it to go. And then I can do the whole stack. Trying to pull from fabric I haven't cut yet, hopefully. Alright, so let's see who else has come in since I haven't been paying attention. Let me go all the way back. I missed a lot. Hold on. Darcy say, I agree 100% about the retirement comment. Holly Duvall is here. Sue says, I can't remember the last time that she didn't dread going to work. Yeah, my last 2 years on my job was the hardest because, you know, you have people that are starting jobs, quitting jobs, and so everybody at that point that was a good team person to work with, they were all leaving because they retired, or some of them jokingly, I thought jokingly, told me that when I retired that they were leaving, and I'm like, yeah, right. I'm like, I don't hold the power for anybody, you know, going to their job. Well, a couple of them quit. One girl went on maternity leave and never came back. She was supposed to come back right before I left. That didn't happen. Another girl found a job in a whole nother state. I'm like, okay, maybe these people were serious. But it was very difficult the last 2 years just because people didn't want to do their job. So, yep, I was glad to walk out the door, and I have not been back. Now, I have seen a couple of people that I work with. I had some friends I met at state that I see on a regular basis. That I, you know, they retired, I retired. And then, so I see, oops, it moved down. So I see, that's why I'm pinning it. So I see some of them, but not many. Like, I'm talking about less than maybe 10 people that I either see or talk to on Facebook, okay? So it's not a lot. But I just was not interested. And I worked for a company when I first started. We had like 600 employees. I think when I left, we were like maybe at 500 employees. And so I just didn't see any reason to go back. I'm like, I can't deal with this. I can't. It was stressful for me. So I'm like, why would I go back to a place of stress? Did I use this green? Yeah, I just put it over here instead of putting it up there. So. So. Mary says she just wished that retirement paid better. Yep. That was one of the reasons why I stayed into this particular retirement. Hi, Leetta Bryant. See, Mona Did What is here. Yolanda Reza. Or Reza. So she's been ill and have missed some live chats, but it all worked out for today. So I'm glad you're feeling good today. Hopefully everything's okay with you. My brother is here. Glory says, T, you make me want to get up off this bed and work on some unfinished projects almost. And I've already got, like I said, 25 of these blocks. I am just doing this. I have not squared them up because I want to starch them. And then I'm going to square them up. So I have 25 blocks already. I need a total of 60. So that's why I'm still working on these. And I'm only sewing when I'm with you guys because I don't have time to sew. So it's like Wednesday I sewed and then I came back in here and watched my television program and sewed. So that's how I'm getting blocks done. Otherwise, they're not getting done. And so I have to do that. Silverita is asking what size are my paper foundations. I'm not going to give you any sizes because this is a for purchase pattern. So I'm not going to do that. But just make your string blocks any size you like. I just added the borders to my refresh log cabin. That's Silverita. So awesome. Awesome. She's been sharing. I thought she shared pictures in the Teaquilts group. I'm hoping I'm not dreaming, making stuff up in my hallucinations. I hate being on a lot of medication, but hopefully I remember correctly. June is making red and white and blue churn dash block. Awesome, awesome. Mary says, I packed away my Solaire block of the month. I decided I hated it and I'm not going to finish it. If anyone wants to do it. I don't know what it is. Let me look it up. Let me see if this phone ever came on. If it came on. Yeah, it had rebooted and then it's low on power too. So it probably cut itself off. It probably wouldn't redo the update because it was probably low on power because it wasn't charged in. So I can't remember. I think I remember something about that, but then I can't now. Come on. Close all. I'm having it close everything. I think this is the phone I don't have. Google pulled down because I don't be on here that much. So let me see if I can find Google. Let's see. Right there. Have to go about it the long way. I have no icon down low. Let me see. Search. This thing is so slow on the response. I don't know what this thing is doing if it just rebooted. O-L-A-R-E quilt pattern. Oh, that's really pretty. Wow, I like that. I want to see. It took me back. What are you doing? I'm clicking on stuff. I didn't hit the back button. Ooh, that's really pretty. It's gorgeous. That's a lot of money, girl. Ooh wee. Sharon says, this week I worked on Storm and C blocks, learning to paper piece, so that's cool. Darcy says, tomorrow I'm going to dump out my scrap bin and start ironing and cutting it into pieces. Nikki B says, I'm working on catching a cold. It might be sinuses, girl. Someday I'll get it done. They did test me for COVID, of course, and they also tested me for the flu, because the flu has been going around. And I don't know if you all have been looking at the news, but they're saying that a 12-year-old passed from having the flu, which is highly unusual. So it's a bad bout of flu going around. So make sure. And that was another reason I got up and took myself in. Don Cunningham is cutting and ironing fabric for the Bunny Bunch pattern. No kit from Elizabeth Hartman, so that's cool. Severita says, I have the 2023 Fat Quarter mystery blocks to do. Patricia's tracing patterns for the New York Beauty to get started on. That's cool. I need to finish that. I did like that. It's just, I have so many projects, it's ridiculous. I don't even know. Yeah, I got all of those 4. See, then I start reading comments and I'm not sewing. So we're not going to get our blocks done. So let me get this last piece on here. Sin Forrest is here. Hey, welcome. Judy Hebert saying, I'm not feeling well today. Have a stomach bug. So I'm so sorry. Yeah, I ate out for lunch today and I was praying I didn't get sick. So I felt okay. I just came home and just chilled in bed. I probably got like an hour of sleep. I scheduled my live. And then was just laying there looking at YouTube. Next thing I knew, I was looking at YouTube and reading. Now I don't know how I do both of that, okay? But next thing I knew, I was asleep, okay? So I remember seeing 6:18, and I woke up. It was 7:20, something like that. So yeah. I did not oil this machine today. So I'm just going to put some oil on the top. And I guess I could clean out the top. I have more lint up on the top than I do in the bottom of my Bernina. So this works just well for me for right now until I change the bobbin. Working with a lot of light fabrics. I got like a lot of white fuzz up here. Just clean off the top. I'm gonna unthread this needle so the thread doesn't go down and catch with my hook. Just roll it down in there. Get it where it needs to go. And then cut this off. Alright, my iron long time ago cut off, so we'll just cut this. Cut that back on so it'll be ready. Melissa Page. Clovis says, I'm working on making binding for 3 quilts. My least favorite thing to do. Exactly. I'm in that club. It's like I quilted it. Isn't that enough? Oh, I also had scrap quilting club stuff to do. So that was the other thing that I've been working on. I missed January's meeting. So in February, I had to do everything that normally starts off our year. So, yeah. I'm trying to use the fabrics I have cut already before I cut another batch. So I was trying to get at least 30 blocks out of this batch. So it looks like that's gonna be doable. And then I'm gonna see if I got some fabric somewhere else. I think I do. It's been a while because I'm just using, most of the fabrics that I'm using now is just fabrics that are out, like scraps from projects or somebody gave to me. So I have not pulled anything off the shelf. It's just scraps. Sometimes I squirt people quilts and they don't want the leftovers, so I'll cut those in the strings as well. And I think I told you all before that I recycle the, you can see it this way, warm and natural batting paper. I use it too. I don't discriminate. Any piece of scrap fabric I have laying around is fair game for me to use for foundation piecing, especially on strings when I'm not gonna have to do a whole lot of ripping, because I'm just not. I don't like ripping the paper out. That's my least favorite part of paper piecing. So I try to make it as easy on myself as I can. I've even used typing paper if I want to recycle it. I use telephone books, old telephone books. What was it that somebody else said they used? I forgot. Hold on. I know some people do the smaller pieces on adding machine tape. I don't do that. I just make bigger blocks and I cut them into smaller sizes if I need them. I don't deal with strings that little on a regular basis. I'm gonna need that. I'm just trying not to, stick myself or do something that makes me go ouch on here. I got a paper cut on my hand, and you don't even know you have a paper cut until you start doing something. Like I was eating cheddar popcorn, white cheddar popcorn, and it got into the cut, and I go, oh, okay, I guess I got a paper cut. Okay. It's like, where you come from? So then I press that one open and then go back and start finding pieces to put on each side. Okay, we're just gonna have a war of the pieces here today. This will fit on this side. And I go ahead and pin that in place so I have it. I may have to take that pin out. It's really close to the seam line. All right. And this is where I need my scissors. So then I go ahead and set up both sides while I got my scissors and cutting. Then I can go ahead and sew this thing. Okay. Take that pin off. Alright, cut this one off because it's the first start. Who else is here? What you working on? Debbie Huey is here. Hey, Debbie. Dolores Phelps just came in too. Judy says, I'm hoping to get rid of this going Thursday to Atlanta Sewing Expo. I'm getting ready to go to, I think she's trying to say, this Atlanta Sewing Expo. Got to get better. Yep. I keep saying I want to see what that's about, but I haven't been yet. I have to fly to Atlanta because I told y'all the last time I went to Atlanta, I drove. And the people in Atlanta are psychotic. I thought my Missouri drivers were horrible. Atlanta drivers are cuckoo. They drive fast, won't let you in. The highways are congested with lots of people. It was horrible. The only time, and it was like regular traffic, was when I got up and left out at 4 and 5 o'clock in the morning to go someplace. Okay, that was normal traffic. I do not miss driving in Atlanta. I have a friend that lives in Atlanta, and she's talking about her and her husband. He still works, and I think they're talking about when he retires, they might move. So it's gonna be interesting. When you grow up, both of them are from different states. He's from New York. She's from here, and then they raised 2 kids there. So now you're talking about moving. It's going to be interesting to see what this dynamic does, or if they do move because of the kids. They're both out of college now, I think. One might go further into college. So one of the children might go further into college. So I'm not sure about that. But it's just amazing. I don't even know how she stayed in Atlanta that long. Now, we do have some crazy drivers here in Missouri. I'm not saying we don't, but it's not as congested and as crazy to me as Atlanta. It was got to the point where I was just stressed out. It was like every time I got in the car, something crazy was happening around me. It was just weird. Weird. Let's see, who's next? June is praying for all who are sick. So thank you, June. That's really nice. I don't know why I cut that off the big piece, but I did. I did. Things are going around like crazy. I have a cold also. I hate it when you make a squeaky sound when you breathe. I haven't had that. I have where I feel like I can't breathe because I have so much mucus. It's ridiculous. So, but you know, it's been better. Like, especially, you know, like these medicines are time released. So, you know, I'm better at certain points. Like right now, I'm better. Between 4 and 6, I thought I was gonna lose my whole nose. It's like, how does one person have all of this? I could sell it, I'd be rich. So, did I just, I don't know what I did. Okay, let's just press this. Remo is asking people to go out and hit that thumbs up button, saying that numbers don't match up. So thanks for the reminder, Remo. If you haven't already hit the thumbs up button for me, please go ahead and do so. I'd really appreciate it. I'm just cutting out the excess so I don't have to sew through it to get to the end. No need in sewing through something I'm going to end up cutting off anyway. So, right now I'm putting everything on top of the machine in case I need a small piece when I get to the end corner or something. This is a long piece too, but that's okay. Gotta use the fabric up, right? Alright. I got one more over here that, whoops. Let's go ahead and do that one too. Ooh. I got a big one on here. I like when they get big and take up a good chunk of space. I'm not going to cut it down. Sometimes I cut it down, but when I got 60 blocks, I'm not cutting it down. 60 blocks on a diagonal is a lot. Holly Duvall says she retired after 35 years, was off for 2, then went back somewhere else to help with something while someone was on maternity leave. Not too bad being part-time and knowing I can say I'm done at any time. Yeah, because I did that. I trained because my job, you can't hire somebody in a position to train them until that position is empty. And so I had that going with me. And so I went back to train. And I had told them not to hire the person that they hired because she was late to work. I supervised her. And she was late to work every day. But they didn't listen. They hired her. Every day I went to work to train her, she was late. The first day I wasn't paying attention. And I'm answering telephones and I'm getting people files, and because she's not there yet. I'm acting like I'm still on my job. Like, you know, like I'm the real employee. The second day, I brought in my iPad that has I use as my reading, my Kindle, for my Kindle app. Yeah, the phone was ringing. She late. I let the phone ring. I just sat there and read my book. I'm like, I'm not in charge here. I'm not supervising her anymore. I can't write her up. I'm out. So I read my book, let the phone ring. Somebody came by asking questions. I said, she's not here yet. I'll tell her you call. Meanwhile, I'm getting paid for reading my book, okay? If she can get paid being late, I can get paid for reading my book. I wasn't having it. All right. Oops. Just want to get a little crease on this paper. And Deborah saying she's sick with asthma. My daughter grew up with asthma. She ended up developing really bad sinuses. Hers is more sensitive than mine. I didn't have sinuses until age onset, like later years, like mid-40s maybe. But my daughter, hers is way worse than mine. She's allergic to way more things than I am too. So. All right. One thing about string quilts that I do like is that I don't have to worry about the 1/4 inch seam, okay? That's the best positive. Just so long as you're capturing the stuff, it doesn't matter. It can be too big, it can be too small. Long as you got the seam allowance, it doesn't matter what it is. Oops, oh, I want you back. I'm sorry. I was getting rid of you prematurely. I already got all the second sides put on, so I can just run the next ones through. Then it goes a little faster. Do 2 at one time. The pattern name is Roll, R-O-L-L, Roll Cotton Bowl. That's the name of the pattern. Hey, Sheila Willis. Welcome to the chat. Thanks, Sue. Sue is helping you all. Roll Cotton Bowl is in Bonnie Hunter's book, String Fling. Thank you, because I couldn't remember the book. I got the book, but I couldn't remember. But I didn't know if she sold it as a single pattern, and I didn't think so. When she normally releases stuff for free on the internet as a mystery quilt, so along, she then will write it up as a pattern for her book. Sheila's working on her Purple Heart block, so that's cool. She's getting caught up. Working on a Project Linus quilt for Claudette Bettis. Awesome, awesome. Let's see. Who else? Been there 34 years and feel like I'm being pushed out to make room for the youngsters. Yeah, but some of them don't have any work ethic, which is so funny. Time to start dinner for Sin. Rose Hinton, come in. Hello and welcome. Yes, so there was a lot of money, plus all the pieces are already cut. Are they? I didn't realize the pieces were pre-cut. That's pretty cool. Sharon's working on embroidery borders. orders. I have to finish binding on a St. Patrick's Day quilt. The Molly J is here. Hey girl, hey. She says she hasn't been sewing. Oh, catching up on videos. Oh my goodness. Hope everything's okay. So, yeah, as soon as I can get I can't wait to get myself caught back up. Yeah, and I've been also processing orders. You know, that hasn't stopped. I try to get people's orders out. Mona is saying, I can't move Bubba. The kitty is on my lap. Deborah says, went to QuiltCon and now I have a cold. Been trying to rest. Yeah. I think it's different. Like the weather's been really crazy. Like we had 80 something one day, mid to upper 80s. And then we had like a low of 24 the next day. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy. Let me press this one so I can add 2 more pieces on. Take the one on my machine off. So I started with 2, and then I put 2 pieces on each side of 2, so I didn't have to stop. I just sewed those through, so I'm going to continue to do that. I just used you on another one, but you will fit right here. Let's sew this. So I can get this one off. So, what time is it? So we've been on an hour. Time flies when you're having fun. Need more thumbs up. Hit it real quick from Darcy. Thank you so much. If you haven't hit the thumbs up button already, please go hit the thumbs up button for me. If you're new and watching, join us over on my Facebook group page, Teaquilts LLC. On Facebook, you need to answer 4 questions to get into the group. Just so I know you're not a spammer. What's this? See if this is big enough. Just barely, but we'll put it there anyway. I think I had the seam folded back kind of fat. It'll work, it'll work. Okay. Thank you to the people that have hit the thumbs up button for me. I really appreciate it. A lot of people are saying that their rent is paid. Thank you, thank you. Old coloring books. Yeah, that's good. That paper is thin too. Do they even make telephone books anymore? Somebody said they received one, Darcy, recently when I was talking about it on Wednesday. So I was like, wow, really? I haven't gotten any. And I still have a landline, so. That can stay. So now I'm adding fabrics 5 and 6. I don't know where all the little sharp pieces went to. This is a long piece. Maybe these are it. This is one that's a hot mess. Just cutting stuff. I think somebody may have given me this scrap because I don't remember cutting anything like this. But we're gonna cut it apart in these sections and start using it. Just to get it into usable pieces. We might need this one back, the first one. Will that work? Nope. Nope. It's not that much. I'm not cutting that. It's not that much. It's just that. Alright. One side is done. Let's see if some of these other smaller pieces. This piece is already in that one. And this is a long piece, like real long, okay? Alright, so just I try to use up like my pieces that will fit to the piece the closest first, and then go and start pulling off of the larger chunks. I don't need to put pins in this one if I'm sewing it now. All right. Severita says she ordered the book String Fling. I have some Missouri Star Foundation papers I purchased 7 years ago. Ain't that how it always work? That's why I hate to throw stuff away, because when we buy stuff, we don't use it right then. And you know you bought it for a reason. And so you kind of waiting around for that reason to pop back up again. I don't even know what I got laying up here. This stuff has been up here for a minute. This one should work. We got lots of strings on this one. Since it's light, I'm going to go ahead and cut some of this off. I can't look at it. Like lots of frayed edges. And I'm adding a piece of white onto it, so it was going to really show. So I got all these fabrics in different little stacks based on their size or approximate size. Not true or exact, just, you know, doing what I can. Okay. This is the last one, so I'll go ahead and do these last two. can in that one. All right, I need another longer piece. What is that? Piece of paper from somewhere. Oh, somebody says they are making them June Hansen, but they are getting smaller all the time. Okay. I don't know. That's the same fabric already used on here. I want to make sure I'm not putting the same fabric in a block. I can use it again, but I don't want it in the same block because they're gonna be cut and redistributed, so back with each other. All right, so let me make sure I got you in the right spot. Fabric side. I don't know what that means, Melissa. Maybe she said something earlier. Fabric slide. Okay. Fabric slide, not fabric side. All right. Okay. Damali says, great idea, Miss T, because of you, I'm saving receipts from our drugstore, CVS. Yes. Yolanda says, what size needle is in your Bernie right now as you paper piece? My regular sewing needle, 11 or 11 or 12? Let me see. Smith's Universal size 12, 80-12. I don't use a bigger needle when I paper piece, especially strings, because I'm not stitching through all this paper anyway. So I'm not having to worry about that. And I'm using a 2.0 stitch length. If I'm stitching through a lot of paper, I'll do 1.5 stitch length. And people are starting to comment, hey, Sandy Agger, about the Atlanta drive-in. Yep, Atlanta traffic is crazy. Liz Wilson is here from Michigan. Hey, Liz, welcome. Clovis says, I was driving in Atlanta. It's awful. Yeah, girl, it made me want to not go out the door anymore. I was a good thing I was with my friend, and she ended up driving us everywhere we needed to go, okay? And she drove her car when she drove, because she has a electric car, so they have certain spots available for them. And then also her car was smaller than mine, so that helped a lot. We got to do the other side too. I thought I only saw 3. I was getting like, where's my 4th one? But it's there. It's just hiding. Okay. And I think this other one on here needs to be cut, because it's on there, so I can get to the second side. Try to remember that so I don't end up with keep sewing and then one block is extremely shorter than the rest. Yep, that's what happened. So I'm glad I'm remembering thus far. I must have a lot of comments since I'm still back reading Atlanta comments. I need to read some comments, so let's see. Good night, Mona. She's long gone because that was a long time ago. Joe Carmel's here saying hello. Hey, Joe. Welcome to the chat. Jan F is here. You're welcome, Jan. Welcome to the chat as well. I don't remember your name being in the chat. Good night, Vivian. We had 80 and 20 all within 24 hours. Oh, had 80 degrees and then 20, yeah. Joanne Parker saying good evening, everyone. I'm late signing in. My grandson had the tournament this afternoon and I'm just getting home. So, hey, Joanne, welcome to the chat. Francis Jackson's coming in. So I'm still recovering from back surgery. Hopefully, I'll be ready to sew soon. So, awesome, awesome. Relax. Take care of yourself. Joanne says, also, I haven't been sewing either. My daughter is expecting, and it's been a rocky pregnancy. Thank God. She is in her 3rd trimester. Hallelujah. Yeah. It seemed like it takes a long time toward the end. So, prayers for you all. San saying no sewing for her either. Christine says she's praying for people. Rosalind H is there. Hey, Rosalind. I got one a couple months ago. I don't know what she got a couple months ago. We've been through so many conversations. I don't know. See, it says, I used to use pre-cut deli. Oh, she got a phone book a few months ago. Okay. And Sue says, I used to use pre-cut deli paper from Costco, but they don't carry them anymore. Love that stuff because it tore away really easily. So that's cool. Melissa says, my telephone book is my phone, and I'm not using my phone to paper piece scraps together, laughing out loud. Maybe junk mail, coupon ads, magazines would work. People are sending prayers to Joanne and her family. I'm at the bottom. Yay! Christine H saying she's getting sleepy, going to hang on as long as I can. It's okay. I do know that this is late. This used to be during COVID when nobody was sleeping. We started at 9. I've been thinking about moving it up on Saturdays, but I'm like, you know, some people go out and do stuff on Saturday, so 8 was a better time, but I'm thinking about moving it to 7 too. I don't know. We shall see. Melissa says, like landslide, but with fabric when it was jumping off the board. Right. So I cleared a lot of it up here now. It's not as bad as, well, I had 2 cutting sessions that I had up here when I first started. I had 12 blocks, I think. Maybe 12 blocks done, and then I went and cut some more. So I must have cut quite a few pieces. So it's a lot better now. And I can see now where I'm using the same fabrics just about, so. But that's okay, they gotta get used up. So I'm gonna keep using them until they're gone. If they touch when I put them into the final configuration, it's just gonna be what it is. But it's a lot of fabric. Like I said, I cut over 60 different fabrics. Or used at least 60 different fabrics. Some of them were already stringed, some were not. I think all of those have 6 now. Let's see what we got. 6 or 8? It might be 6. I don't think we've gotten to 8. We'll find out in a jiffy. we're at 6. Oh gosh, my iron cut off again. Yeah, this that end that I said was short, but it fits, I think. Let's see what it looks like. Yep, plenty of room. All right, so we got this area here. I don't have another end, so I don't need a pin. I only got one side to finish off. Take that one and press. Whoops. So I was trying to get 30 blocks off of here, and that's about what I'm gonna get. It's just a little bit on that end. So I forgot to show you with the 6 what it looks like with 6 pieces on. I got a little tip up here I'm gonna have to put a piece on. It's gonna end up in the seam. I'll just put a pin on this. Matter of fact, I'm gonna bring it back just a little bit to make it a little bit bigger, so the whole entire seam is not ending in the seam allowance. Bring it back a little. All right, my smaller pieces are getting null and void as far as having some to choose from. I just want to press this because I see them curling up, so just press that. And these are not big enough for the plan. This one's a little small one. It'll work, but then I may not be able to pull it to the other side, so we'll hold off on that. This one's longer. Got this one that's longer. That's already been used. And then I've got this one. I'm just gonna put this on here and let it go. Let it go. Jersey's laughing at me because I'm still trying to sing to her in the nursery rhymes. And she's starting to develop like a whole lot of her personality, so it's funny. She's laughing at you and stuff like that. So all right. Okay. I put this fabric on wrong side up. Wrong side to right side. But guess what? It's going to stay in here. Yes, it is. Good night, Judy. Good night, Francis, I think they're saying. Irish lady says good evening, tea and all in chat. I'm working on paper piecing, taking a break with my coffee. So, hi, Irish sale lady. I hope I said it right the first time. I can't even hear myself sometimes. Like now, my medicine is kicked in, but I probably haven't like cleared my sinus from previous to that. Like I said, it's like you're dealing with these drugs that are time release. Because I was hacking up a storm before I came live, about an hour before. So, I'm hungry, but I don't even have, I feel like my taste buds are gone now, so I'm not even interested in food, but I'm hungry. I have no desire to figure it out. Yay. Oh, this one is going to be just one piece because the other end is covered. Oh, it's not. Is it? Yes, it is. Yeah, I like when we get to the end and we don't have to do both sides. Like, go, girl, go. All right. I'm gonna have to cut this one. I'll sew it and then cut. I got the other side, needs a small piece. And I don't want to repeat. Right here. And making sure I got it on the right side. It doesn't really matter. I told you all I just sewed one with the wrong side. And I pressed that joker right on out. It's like when this whole quilt's done, you're not going to notice it. Sewed one. Alright, so now we're going to start eliminating blocks here. Because some of them should be done completely. And some of them are not. Alright, you get back over there. You should be up here. Okay. Good night, Deborah Sims Brown. Thanks, June, saying they're pretty. Just neutral blocks, nothing fancy, just following the pattern. This is the last one on this one. This one has a pin on the other side. So we can just sew this in. Whoops. Should that one I move back. This one, well, I haven't eliminated any yet. Not yet. Okay. I love it when we get to the end. I'm gonna put a white on white. Or at least have a little color. Make it worth my while. Worth my while. Okay. Alright, last one of the 5. Yep, this one's covered. And this one's covered. So we're done with one. So that's this one. Goes up here in the pile that needs to be starched. And before I cut them, square them up. Okay, this one has just need to take the pins out before I press. We don't want to get stuck. This one needs to be sewn. And take the pins out. And this one needs to be pressed. Yep, and it's done. Mine do that watching you guys foundation paper piece. This is one right here. That's number 2. This is number 3 that I ended up pressing back. So let me trim the seam allowance. I was trying to make sure it didn't end in the corner, all the seam, and you wouldn't even have seen the fabric. I pulled it back just a little. Give it a little bit more room for the seams. It's not a lot, but it's better than none. This one's finished too. $9.27. Right here, in the pile. Let's see what's under the needle in the back. Start with that one. Look like it's the last one too. For those of you who are thinking about buying 5 Series Bernina, Silverita says your quilt top is going to be nice with the colors you're using. Thank you. This is number 4. And 5 is under my needle. I'm not sure if I gotta add another piece, but I'll set up my next one to get that one off so I can check it out. Okay, I'm gonna press this one. Anytime you go through that fold on the bolt, leaves a really big crease. This was a backing fabric, I think. Using the leftover backing prints. I don't know. That one's not big enough. Let's see if this one is. I'm trying to use the one that's the longest first. Nope. This one. And it's a yes. Okay. I'm gonna put a pin in this. So I don't have to worry about it moving out of going across the diagonal seam here. Okay, and then we'll see if number 5 on here it is ready. Should have a pin down here. Yep. Take that off so I don't get stuck, because I don't know how I got a paper cut. I have been opening packages. When are we starting Fabulous? I still need to starch my fabric. It will be March. I just don't know what date. I haven't even sat down and done anything with that. I haven't done my block, my round robin. And it's something else, ain't it? The Dresden Village. So I know what I want to do for Dresden Village for most of my fabrics. I need to pick some backgrounds. And then I need, so I'm still behind because I'm still working on my mom's party. And then being sick, I just haven't gotten to it. And I'm sorry I'm the delay on things right now. I can only do what I can at this point. I want something that's, it's about the same color as the piece I got on there. It's like we can add something a little bit more colorful. See if that'll be right at the end. That'll work. I still needed one more piece on here. So go back and start another one. I just used that one right here. I just used that one. This was one I wanted to use before that I hadn't used. I don't think I used either one of these two. I'll put that one down and put it on here next. Okay. Just want to make sure it's long enough. Well, that's a short one over here. And I have to cut the selvage off of this one. Alright, I need something skinnier though. Well, maybe not. We shall see. It's gonna be trimmed up. This is the skinniest one I got. All of these are too short to go all the way across. All right, so this, and then that should be pressable. I'm up here acting like I'm gonna come back and sew some more, but I'm not. Well, I guess I can sew until 10, but I know I'm not sewing anymore today. I've had a long day. But that's at least started. Oh, I had 2 pieces to press on this. Okay, I missed that. Just barely made it, just like I want. All right. And then this is my number 5 that I did on the live. So number 5. So I have at least 30. I know I got at least 30. I thought I had done 2 before, but I'm not sure. I didn't even look. Oh, I see it. I'm like, where's my container? I put it on the floor, but I moved it further away from me instead of right at my feet. Okay, take this pen off so I don't get stuck. Kevin says, you're getting it done, Miss T. Good job. I want you feeling better. Me too. If I didn't have all the nose stuff, it wouldn't be so bothersome, but I can take not having my voice. It's all the mucus and stuff that that's coming up. Could cut this in half, but I'm not. I could, but I'm not. Oh my. Come on, girl. This up there. This face down. And cut right here. Put a pin in here to hold it. Whoops, it's already moving. Sabrina said she would post some pictures of foundation blocks she did 4 years ago in the Facebook group. I think I have 3 started. We'll do 4 or 5. We'll start 5 and I'll have my starter blocks done. So I'll put this out here so I know. And just put a pin in here to hold this so I don't forget and move. Yep, I'm getting down to the nitty gritty now. I don't have a lot of choices. So when I cut next time, I'll be finishing these blocks off, hopefully with some different fabrics, a different grouping of fabrics. All right, I'm gonna cut these. I had to cut this down before because it's spraying on one side. So I'm just gonna cut them off now. Get that out the way. Okay. I'm just gonna hold this in place while I get the next one. All right. Will this work? Nope. Just slightly too short. And this one, I can't tell right from wrong side. This one is perfect. Okay, so I've got my next 5 set up to start, so that's cool. That's the hardest because these are your longest seams through the middle. And then you got to have the longest fabric, or you need to piece smaller pieces together. You can do that too to make them longer, but I'm trying not to do that if I don't have to. I think I showed you all that a previous time I sewed. But I just want these blocks done. See Joy Creation saying she's so glad Joe Cormel asked about Fabulous. But we are going to be doing it. I just did not have any idea coming back from Hawaii I was going to be this swamped. But it will be in March. I just don't know what day yet. You're fine at Teaquilts, no Harry. You get better and be in good shape for your mama. Yeah, that's the I tell you all, I work on when I'm having a lot to do. I tend to work with the stuff that needs to be done first. I'm working. That's another thing. I keep adding to the list of things I'm doing. T-shirt orders for So Busy and T-shirt orders for the retreat. So I had them correct my shirt, and then when I went back, I had approved it, and then I went back and it's back green again when I told them to change it to teal. And I don't know if it's like my phone. I approved it on my phone, and I'm wondering if it was on my phone it looked teal. But I need to make sure that they're going to print them in teal. So I'm going to call them before I put this order in. So I still got a few people I'm going to have to call because I still haven't gotten a registration form for retreat. I try to get this information, so if you got any food allergies or things, if you need a shirt, any information you need to share, you got time to do that, and then I can share it with the retreat center. But if you don't fill it out ahead of time, you're just going to be spending your first 20-30 minutes or so at retreat completing your retreat form, because you will be completing one otherwise you can't stay. So I can't even register you if I don't have your information. So you will not be registered. So it is critical that I get the forms. It's only a handful of people right now. Well, I think it might be 7 or 8 people that I haven't gotten a retreat registration form from. So I'm going to have to make some phone calls for that. So that takes up more time. It's, things that I shouldn't have to do, I have to do because people were not following through. So then it just adds more to my to-do list. I can tell them I have a person, but they need to know more information. So yeah. So it's kind of too late to say I don't eat pork or something. When you arrive at retreat, you're just going to be having whatever everybody else is having. They always have a salad on the bar, so you can always just eat a plain salad with no meats if you don't eat certain meats. Hello, Shelly Souls. Sin says, speaking of taking care of oneself, time for me to go lay back down. Grateful I'm over COVID, but I'm struggling to get my strength back. Good night, everybody. Stay healthy and thumbs up. Good night, Sin. Thank you so much for being in the chat, chatting with us tonight. Appreciate it. Anita, it's okay. I found the fabulous quilt pattern and then misplaced it again. Ain't that something? Jason said his pattern didn't have block 8 on it, so I'm gonna have to look in my book. Do I have it in here? And see if I've got 8. Make sure it's not missing in mine. Yeah, I got month 8, so I'll make sure that he gets month 8. Month 7, page 15. Month 8, they're just one page. So I think he's, did she not show us? This is putting it together month 8. So I'll check with Jason and make sure he has that, because I have it. It doesn't look like there's anything else like a month 9. Month 8 is putting it together, just sewing, putting your blocks in the placement rows and sewing them all together. So yeah. All right. I wanted to do a test on this Dresden block, and I haven't had a chance to do it either. Hold on. I want to look at a Dresden block now that I'm in here. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See. Right here to right there is the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it takes 12 Dresdens to make a circle. And I need to see how many Dresdens do it take to make a circle on my Dresden ruler. All right. Just trying to see which one of these I can use and get rid of. This one's not long enough yet. It can go on next. It's like I have mucus like all the way up in here, and then I also feel it like my ears have water in them. That's why I haven't washed my hair, because I didn't want to enhance that. I was wanting to wash my hair a few days ago, like when I took my braids down. I thought I was going to have it washed by this Wednesday, not last Wednesday, this past Wednesday. And now that I'm feeling like mucus is so high up in my face, I don't want to wash my hair. So I'm trying to delay it as long as I can, but my days are getting numbered. I'm not going to have a choice soon. Let's see. Judy Plaster says she never think that you have to apologize for doing something for your mom. This time in life, you need to enjoy your mom all you can. All you have her. Yes, and that's my main thing. I just know that I just didn't realize that, you know, all the things on my agenda, that it was going to be so bad, you know. I had the majority of things that I could do, I had already done. I was sending emails out, and I spent like 3 days of wasted time sending emails and resending emails, because I think I'm still having some issues. Although, when I send out bulk emails, and when I see somebody respond, I'm going to assume that then everybody got that email, that it actually went out that time. So if nobody responds, then I keep sending it until somebody responds if it's a bulk email. So, yeah, I understand. My grandma lived to be like in her like 94, 95. I can't remember right now. I have to look. And I just know that, you know, as your parents age, you just realize they're not going to be here that much longer. And I was looking through my family books and realized that we had not given her a birthday party since she turned 60. And it was not like a big one. It was just for in-town family and friends. We had and it was at her house. We was outside. No, I forget whose house it was at. But I remember us being inside and outside. It was so many people. And we got pictures. I took pictures, and it's a lot of people. But it wasn't at a center. It wasn't anything super fancy. And I'm like, my mom needs to have at least one formal party. We always do stuff for her birthday. Like we might go out to a restaurant and eat at a restaurant or something. But she needed a party. She hadn't had one since she was 60. And like I said, it wasn't even a formal party, so. I remember as a kid, I never wanted a party because I saw all of my friends. You go to parties and people would, kids are stupid. And they would be putting ketchup and stuff in people's tubs, ketchup and mustard. Just dumb stuff. And I'm like, my mom said, you want a birthday party? I said, no. How these people come over here and ruin my house? So I never had a party, like like being a teenager on, or even early teens, to the point where I can be asked if I want a party. So I never had a party. And so my mom, when I was maybe when I turned 30 or something, I can't remember. I don't even think it was a milestone year. I think she just threw it, maybe like 28 or 29 or something, because she had never given me a party. She just went on ahead and threw me a party. And that's the one where we were outside at her house. She had everything like barbecue, because I have my birthday's in July, for those that don't know. So we had a barbecue. She had hired tents and stuff, had tents up, tables and chairs. She had tablecloths on all these tables and stuff. And it's like, I don't remember her. That still wasn't like a birthday party from her at a place, but it was like I had never had a birthday party that I could remember. But so I just want to make sure she has a birthday party. I meant to do it at 80 and things got away from me. And so I'm like, nope, I got to do this. I'm the one that, like, if it's not a regular holiday thing, anything that gets planned, then I do it. Regular holiday stuff is easy because we always eat all of our holidays together, just about. It's very few holidays. Like, we may not do New Year's or something like that because we just did Christmas. So we don't tend to do New Year's Eve or New Year party. Or even New Year's Day. We just don't do it because, like, we just saw you a week ago. It's okay. That's the only holiday that we don't do as a group. So, Lizette Zaya says, hello, planning her next project while I listen, so that's cool. Shelly says, get some rest. COVID really gonna take it out of you. Joanne says, your blocks are beautiful, T. Thank you. Joanne says, yes, T, please get some rest and take care of yourself. I will. I'm gonna get off of here at 10. And I'm not coming back in here tonight, like I did on my other sew times. I came back in here and, I got these over here now that should work. Except that this one's already been used, but I got this in 3 sizes. Well, they're about the same. But let's see. This one will fit right here. Yep, I can put pins in this one. And then it's got a lot of strings hanging on here. And then I need to do the other side. See if this piece goes on the other side. Yep. That's what we'll do. All right. So, okay. should have everything ready to sew on the other side, maybe. Unless the first one isn't. Uh-oh, I missed you. I didn't put any fabric on there. This one's ready. And I missed this one too. Missed two. That's because I'm over it now for tonight. Gotta add the one on the other side. I forgot. Okay, I don't know if you'll fit again. You're right on the borderline. Okay, this one's still long. This one should be my second side. So I can go ahead and sew this seam number 4. And then I'm stopping here after I sew the 4 seam, the 4th piece of fabric. This came all the way apart. Okay. I know I got one more up there that didn't make it to get its 4th piece. So we're going to sew these 4. Have these 4 pieces of fabric sewing, and then I'm going to stop there. Right here needs a piece on this side. And I haven't used this. I keep going back to this. It finally works. Yay! Yay! Trying to use what I got. All right. And this one just gets sewed, and I think we're done. I'm hoping I got 5. Hoping I can count to 5. If not, I'm still done. Alright, cut this. And it's not going to cut because I need to take this machine to the shop. I can cut that part off. Yep, I got 5, so that's good. Okay. Put those up. These up. And I will press them before I get off, just so they'll be ready for the next step when I come back, since the iron's already hot. And that's going to be it for tonight. I haven't read comments in a minute. I'll finish those. See what I can fix me really quick to eat, because I don't have taste buds and I don't want to do a lot of prep work for it. So I'll be starting on these when I come back. I normally do 8 of them in a sitting, but not today. Not today. I did add 2 extra too, though. So maybe if I had only done the 4s, I would have had it, but it's easier to count by 5s. Alright. And now, last one I gotta press. This one needs to be ironed. I'm gonna have to turn you around. I think my iron's not as hot as it was. But we're done. We're not going to play with that anymore. Okay. Put you on the base so I can cut you off. Alright. Not bad. I got 3 fabrics that are long enough to do centers. From all of that I cut. So I can't go, I can finish these blocks out probably. But maybe. Depends on the fabric I've used. But yeah. That's pretty cool. So I'm putting like 8 to 10 fabrics on a sheet. So something like that. So let me read the chat. Bonita saying, do I need to order a So Busy t-shirt? We do wear them at retreat, but it's not a requirement. It's going to be other people there, Bonita, that's not going to have on the shirt. It's a matter of what you want to do. I think I've talked about dressing and round robin, saying that everything's just delayed. I haven't had anybody come forth and say that they were on the round robin list, so I'm just going to go with the 8 or people that I have, and we're just going to make it work. Please keep my husband family in prayer. His aunt passed away, so prayers to Remo's husband and his family. Remo's as well as her family too. And people are giving their prayers. I'm late reading. And then her daughter had a stroke. Oh my gosh. Stuff always happening in batches. So a lot of people have been sending their prayers. So thank you guys. Tillis 8 says, I think you and I have the same birthday. My birthday is July 29th. My birthday is July 28th. Very close. Same sign. So that's awesome. Well, I'm not sure about the date because you'd be... She said, because you be celebrating for 2 weeks. Girl, I used to celebrate the whole month, child. Yolanda says, have a great night, T, and everyone. Sleep well, everyone. Silverita says, have a good night, everyone. People are saying good night, so I'm not going to read them all. And send in prayers. So I'm going to go ahead and end here. It's 10:04. I'm tired. I'm getting hot now. About to hot flash. I got this fan probably on medium. Sometimes I have it on high when I'm in here. But I am burning up right now. And I don't run fevers. Like I said, I don't have flu. I got tested for flu and COVID. I'm just probably hot because I got on long sleeve shirts and I don't wear them that often. I didn't even wear a coat today. And I think our high might have been 60 something. 65 maybe. But I know I just be out there in the streets, okay? I remember when I used to be so cold when I was younger. But as I gotten older, I'm hot all the time. So I think it's because I got on a long sleeve shirt now. So, but I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. Thank you all so much for coming here tonight with Sew and Chat. Sorry things are being delayed. It's just I only have so much energy. And then when I get sick, it's like some days... I only have 2 hours. I told you all also I have a very low tolerance for medication. So when I'm taking medications on round the clock, I can only do so much because then it just be a waste of time because I can't process what I'm doing. So things are behind. I'm sorry about that, guys. I'm hoping I can get things caught up as soon as I can. I'm doing the best that I can. So just bear with me on that. We are going to do all the projects that we signed up to do. Don't fret about that. We will be doing those. What else? I'll see you all Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I know I'm going to be doing birthday shout outs. I also did go to Jackman's on leap year day, the February 29th, and I did buy a few things from their sale table that was $4 per yard for fabric. So I'll be sharing that with you. I just bought some stuff. Some of it I needed, and some of it I thought would be really good for purses and stuff. Some of it I could use for binding. So I'll share that stuff with you. I just didn't feel like going into that today. And I'll see you all on Wednesday with that. So birthday shout outs for the month of March. If it's your birthday, just shoot me an email to Teaquilts or TEA at teaquilts.com. And I'll add you to the birthday shout out list if you're not already on it. I do have those that I had on there from last year. I still have you on the list. But if you are not on the list and want a birthday shout out, your birthday's in March, please let me know. All right. Thank you, everybody. You all stay blessed. Be safe and quilt out.